Among all the Chinese festivals, Chinese New Year is the most important and spectacular. Since Chinese New Year occurs at the end of winter and the beginning of spring, Chinese people also call it the Spring Festival. Chinese have many traditional customs for Chinese New Year. People clean up their houses, do New Year shopping, create paper cuts for decorations, put up New Year pictures, write Spring Festival couplets, and prepare all kinds of food to welcome the New Year. The Chinese character Fu, meaning blessing or happiness, is a must. The character put on paper can be pasted normally or upside down, for in Chinese, the upside down Fu is homophonic with Fu comes, both being pronounced as Fu 到了. As soon as midnight arrives on Chinese New Year's Eve, people set off firecrackers to welcome the new year. Setting off firecrackers is the favorite activity of children in the Chinese New Year. According to legend, the red and the big noise could drive off evil spirits. Chinese New Year's Eve dinner is the time for a happy reunion of all family members. Dishes such as chicken, fish, tofu, noodles, spring rolls, and New Year cake are required, for in Chinese, these dishes mean auspiciousness, abundance, longevity, and richness. Chinese dumpling, 饺子, is one of many dishes that Chinese people must eat during the Chinese New Year. 饺子 in sound means bidding farewell to the old and ushering in the new. Also, the shape of the dumpling is like a gold ingot, the currency used in ancient China, so people eat dumplings and wish for money and treasure. Making dumplings, you need 1.5 cups all-purpose flour, 3 teaspoons salt, 400 grams ground pork, 400 grams fennel leaves, 1 tablespoon minced ginger, 7 tablespoons minced green onion, 4 tablespoons soy sauce, 1 tablespoon Chinese cooking wine, 2 teaspoons sesame oil, and water. To make the dumpling wrappers, first, mix flour and 2 teaspoons salt evenly in a big bowl, and then gradually pour water into the flour. Knead and stir the flour into dough. The texture of the dough should be neither too hard nor too soft. Cover the dough with a wet cloth and let it rest for 40 minutes. To make the dumpling filling, clean and mince the fennel leaves, the fresh ginger, and the green onion. Place the ground pork in the big bowl for stirring. If you do not like fennel leaves, you can use Chinese cabbage instead. Stir the ground pork with the wooden spatula in one direction, clockwise or counterclockwise, and slowly add the cooking wine, the ginger, the soy sauce, and water. You can add more water if you feel the filling is dry. Add minced green onion and fennel leaves and stir. Add salt and sesame oil and stir until they are thoroughly mixed. Make sure you stir the filling in one direction. Put the evenly stirred filling in the refrigerator for 30 minutes. Take a portion of the dough out and place on the wooden board or surface, and then dust with a bit of flour. Knead the dough a little bit, and then punch a hole with your finger, and then break it and roll it into a snake shape. Divide by hand or cut the dough into some equal-sized pieces. Pick up one piece of dough and lightly press it with your palm to make a small circle. Then use a rolling pin to smooth it out into a thin circular disc. Sprinkle a little flour onto the board to keep the wrappers from sticking. To make the dumplings, first scoop about 1 tablespoon of filling and place it in the center of the wrapper, and then fold the wrapper in half to form a semicircle, enclosing the filling and press the edges together to stick. Repeat the same process until the entire filling is used up. Although the process is not easy, practice makes perfect. If you don't like pork, you can use beef, lamb, turkey, or shrimp. If you are a vegetarian, you can make vegetarian dumplings. Making dipping sauce. 3 to 4 cloves garlic, minced, 3 tablespoons soy sauce, 2 tablespoons rice vinegar, 2 teaspoons sesame oil. If you do not like garlic, you can use fresh red chili. When you have the dumpling sauce ready, next step is to cook the dumplings. Bring a large pot of water to boil. Once the water starts to boil, use a spatula to swirl the water until it turns into a whirlpool. This is to prevent the fresh dumplings from sticking to the bottom. And then carefully place 20 dumplings into the boiling water to cook. Gently stir so that the dumplings do not stick together. Cook until they started floating on top of water. Add 1 cup of cold water to the pot and bring the dumplings to a boil again. Repeat to bring the dumplings to a boil for the 3rd time. When all the dumplings float to the surface, use a spider skimmer to remove them from the pot. Transfer the dumplings to a serving plate. Continue to cook the remaining dumplings in the same manner. Enjoy the dumplings with the dumpling dipping sauce on the side. The dumpling making process is time-consuming, so save it for the weekends or as a whole family activity, such as during the Chinese New Year celebration.